Today, I am bringing back an old series called Facebook Ads Expert Reacts to Bad and Good Facebook Ads, episode number 1. In fact, I actually got this idea from a series I personally love to watch on YouTube called VFX Artists React to Bad and Good CGI, one of my favorite series by Corridor Digital. So I thought, hey, why don't I apply the same approach specifically to Facebook ads? And I'm already currently reviewing a lot of ads in the 90-day growth marketer program that you can get below. Again, it's a completely free 90-day challenge that turns you into a top 1% growth marketer. So with that being said, let's start diving into some ads. So this is actually gonna be day 1 of the 90-day growth marketer protocol. So, keep in mind, these from a good bit long ago. So at the time that I've actually, reviewed this particular ad, it was an ad that was stayed on. These are all ads I found within inside of Trend Track, one of my favorite tools specifically for looking at ads and all that good stuff. So first off, this ad right here, I have no clue what it is, but let's just go through this. I quit wearing bras and here's why. So first off, visual hook, I quit wearing bras and here's why. This is solid. I love this because the visual hook matches the text hook. I get so many people ask me like, Nick, how do you create visual hooks, blah, blah, blah. Well, I just literally visually articulate what my text hook is. I quit wearing bras and here's why. So how can we visually articulate that? Well, we could have literally a girl without any bra on. That might be an issue with Facebook and a lot of other people, so that might not be the route we go. We could have a girl like in this video right here where she kind of slips it out from under her shirt where nothing's revealed or anything like that. We could have maybe a girl taking some scissors. That's been a common one right there where it's like you take whatever you used to use, take some scissors or you burn it or something like that. And there you go. Like it's just showing like hey, this thing that everyone does, I stopped doing it. That's basically what we're doing. And we could literally also go into ChatGPT and just be like, my text hook is I quit wearing bras and here's why. Please give me 10 different examples of visual hooks that we could use with this text hook. There you go. And we can literally just go into ChatGPT and ChatGPT will also give us a bunch of different ideas. Okay, close up of hands, unclasping a bra over a shirt or hoodie. Woman on the couch letting out a visible sigh of relief, before and after, left side, right side. Red strap marks on the shoulders. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Mirror confidence shot. Woman confidently looking at herself in the mirror wearing a simple fitted tier tank, no bra lines. So blah, blah. Like ChatGPT gives a bunch of good ideas from there. So let's go to this a little bit further. Okay, so next thing here we got is this shapewear bodysuit has a built-in bra that actually works. So here we're just kind of highlighting the fact that like this is the new product we're introducing. We stopped doing this thing and we're swapping that product with this product. We're not really hitting on any problems here. It's just more like, hey, I stopped using this product. Here's the reason why. Okay, a lot of good different angles in the sense of like camera angles here, which is good to help keep the user engaged. Humans naturally like a lot of movement here. So this is really good to just keep people engaged. Okay, next thing, we're not just showing this as a bodysuit anymore. We're actually showing this of like, here's all the things you can wear with it. In a person's mind, this increases the perceived value of the product itself. Because now it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this and this and this with it. So this makes it seem a lot less expensive in the person's mind. Also, this right here, now we're just highlighting key benefits of it. Back smoothing, targeted compression. Notice how like when it's like, okay, back smoothing. Again, how can we visually articulate that? All right, let's just have the creator turn around, film this part right here where it shows it's smooth. It shows it's smooth. Targeted compression, we're everything being nice and compressed right here. Wedgie proof, me personally, I don't understand this right here. Obviously someone who's worn these things will understand what this is. And this is a great example of my sophistication is very low just because of, it's not a product I wear. And then for other people, we know that like girls who actually are into these things, they will know what this is. Soft against my skin. This is where we could probably even take this a step further. So this is good right here, but where I would take this step further is, okay, this fabric is so soft to my skin. what is soft though? Like, I can say it, but if I can't actually touch it, I don't know how soft. I don't know, like, I can't determine in my head of what soft is. So great opportunity right here to bring in a metaphor to further increase the believability of that claim. Okay, again, just a lot of these different little camera angles. I love this a lot. It creates it being more engaging and stuff versus someone just sitting there. This bodysuit is really cool. It's wedgie proof. It's super soft against my skin, blah, 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 blah. Buy it today. Like, that's how most people would do it, test this, and then it'd be like, Nick, my UGC didn't work. It's like, well, yeah, it looks fucking stupid. Fix your shit. It wasn't the creator's fault. And there we go. So solid ad. I like this ad a lot. It's short. It's straight to the point. It highlights the key things that people need to understand about this product. You know, they picked a good creator here. They picked, you know, like, just like I want to look at the environment real quick. Like, I wouldn't say this environment's rich. Like, you know, there's not like Bugattis and stuff like that behind her, but you can definitely tell like it's a nice house. So, you know, they want to go after someone with like, you know, a medium income to higher, just to like increase the perceived value of the product. That's why they kind of shoot that in there. The lighting looks really good. Lighting is huge in that ad right there. So, you know, they either set up some lights or they're filming in a house with a lot of windows right here to get a lot of natural light here. That's good. So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Creator, not necessarily like a top 1% model where it's like a girl with like abs and stuff like that. But, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say she's like ugly or anything like that. So they picked a good creator here that stands out, but also realistic to what someone could look like here. So this type of product right here is not necessarily like a beauty product where it's like, oh, this top 1% model uses this. Like, I need to go get that too. So very solid ad. A lot of good camera angles here. Direct and straight to the point. They understand they don't need to bore people to life by just sitting there and talking about bodysuits and bodysuits and bodysuits. Oh, and then here's this really cool one. They knew that people already understood what bodysuits is. So it was going to immediately just, boom, here's this new bodysuit. Here's all the cool things about it. And that's it. Now, these key things right here, when you look at it like, okay, like this is whatever, it could be a bodysuit, etc. Also, just in case y'all didn't see this, she's wearing the bodysuit in this specific example right here. So it's showing, hey, you can slide this under dresses. This one looks like a little bit longer. This one looks a little shorter. And then you can also just literally put some jeans under it. So there's multiple different ways you can actually wear this, which again increases the perceived value because now I can use this for multiple scenarios versus just one. So really solid. Back smoothing here. This is also interesting because the fact that it's back smoothing right here, what that implies to me is that there's a negative complaints regarding prior, like other bodysuits. So what a lot of people want to look at is you want to go look at the 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star reviews on other bodysuits, make a product that doesn't have that problem. And then in your ads, you want to call out how it has back smoothing. So I'm going to assume here, because they're calling this out, that means it's a problem with other bodysuits of why they're calling out that it has back smoothing. And we'll see that in a second here. I know most bodysuits all have compression, so I'm not worried about that. This right here is very interesting here because we're showing a unique selling point of this bodysuit versus other bodysuits. So the whole wedgie proof part right there, this is cool because I'm going to assume here that other women have issues with other bodysuits and getting like wedgies and stuff like that. So this is showing how like you literally cannot get a wedgie using this particular bodysuit right there. And again, only things you would understand if you looked at the 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star reviews of other bodysuits and then actually make a product better. You know, actually put your balls on the table and actually go build a proper product versus like, oh, I can't find it on AliExpress a better product. Well, yeah, stop fucking finding products on AliExpress and actually find a manufacturer to build a legit product and build a legit brand. Like I said, solid ad overall. I like it. Let's move over to the other one. And this is going to be another similar one right here because at the time I was actually looking at, you know, some bodysuit ads for one of our clients. So let's take a look at this one. So just for context here, this ad's been on for 112 days. It's still active. Again, the other one was active at the time I had made that analysis. So it was still on for over 200 something days when I made that analysis. So now we're going to dive into this. So I just bought this bodysuit from Baziz. Okay, so just for like 2 seconds here before we kind of go into this further. She's talking in the corner and she has B-roll in the background. So she has B-roll in the background, no sound, no nothing, just her doing random shit. And then she has this second little visual hook right here, or second little part of this visual hook where she's actually just talking to the camera. Okay, this is interesting. So instead of starting with a positive about their product, they immediately started with a negative. And I like this because this creates conflict, and people love conflict inside of the hook. Conflict creates more curiosity. When it's like, you know, when you create this thing of, oh, hey, I'm going to the store to get an energy drink, but a car pulled out in front of me. Then it's like, whoa, what happened next? So when you kind of create that, this is going on, but this happened, then it's like, well, what happens next? It creates this open kind of curiosity and conflict here, and people love conflict. You know, that's why we love things like The Pursuit of Happiness, for example, phenomenal movie where the whole movie he's just facing conflict after conflict, and it makes it seem like it's impossible for him to win. It's also why we like, you know, the David versus Goliath stories where it's like there's no way that person can win, no way this person can overcome that. That's conflict right there, and we want to see what happens. We want to see if they actually make it through. So in this case right here, the conflict is that, hey, I bought this bodysuit, but it's really, really tiny, which makes me believe that, okay, this is probably not going to fit her and it's probably going to be a waste of money. Okay, so here it's pretty tiny, so let's see how this goes. I like that. That's a really good starting point. Very good. Creates conflict. It gets me hooked. And then next thing, it's got adjustable shoulder straps. Okay, I feel like the bridge right there is a little weak right there. I feel like you could go into something a little bit better. Detachable goose hide for easy bathroom access. Built-in wire-free bra support. So in this particular case right here, literally just highlighting the fact that there's no wires. Okay, super stretchy fabric and it's supposed to suck you in. So that's, again, more of that compression part right there. Smooth you out all the right places. Super tiny, but it actually fits. So, okay, a couple things here. Again, same approach as the other one. The only difference here is that this one, she's actually talking to the camera and stuff. You can see her like talking and stuff. Same thing here. So she's actually talking while she's presenting. It's not just B-roll over the video and stuff. So what's interesting about this is that it creates a little bit more believability because it's like I just got exposed to that new one, that new app where it's live selling. You just live stream and you walk around your place and you sell a bunch of stuff, right? I think it's Whatnot is what it's called. So in that sense right there, she's kind of live selling, even though it's a pre-recorded video where she's talking with the product on, she's showing off the key features of it, all of those good things right there. Live selling at the end of the day. So very good on that part. So she takes a different approach to that. Now, with that being said, keep in mind here where the minute she starts going into these key features and like benefits and stuff like that, your attention kind of gets spread. Like she's talking right here, but she's also showing stuff right here. So you're like, wait, I don't know which one should I focus on in that key point. And then the other key thing here is because you lack focus here, you can't like really point out a key feature like very good. Whereas I think the first ad did a substantially better job at really highlighting key features and benefits. The other thing here is that this color blends in with this background a little bit where everything kind of blends in together. So it doesn't stand out as much as that first ad. But again, keep in mind, it's calling out and it's hitting on the same key features and benefits as the first bodysuit, just done in a different way. We also know here that there's less camera angles in this one. It's pretty much just like she set up the phone and that's it. Whereas the first one, clearly she kept adjusting the phone or she had someone to hold the camera, one of those two right there. This particular girl looks like she just kind of set it up in one key place and then she just kept doing different little like tweaks and stuff like that in front of it, which again, still not bad, but just notice such a such a slight difference here of how it's filmed and the difference overall it creates. The other key thing here, I mean, like this was clearly shot in her room, right? You know, you got like some clothes hanging down right here and these like little details, but the room does look good though. Like it definitely looked like it almost reminds me of like a Miami apartment here, the way it's kind of set up. Cool. And then she talks a little bit more. Now, again, my only feedback here, because again, it was shot the same way, just slightly different. It's the same kind of like playbook as the first one. This one right here just introduced some live selling into that. My only, what I would say complaint about this one right here is actually the way it goes from this, like, hey, this is pretty tiny, let's see how it goes. I think it would be cool if there was something right here where, like, again, we're dealing with a tricky product right here, because we can't just show her like literally putting it on for the first time, you know. That may not get approved by Facebook and may get some frowned upon views and stuff like that. But there needs to be something right here where it's like, okay, hey, like I have no clue how this is going to fit. And maybe like it kind of takes a camera angle back to where you can see like she's about to like put it on, and then maybe it kind of flicks like that, and then it's her wearing it. So that way it you know, you just kind of basically cut past her actually putting it on. And then from there, take a second bodysuit. So she has the bodysuit on and then holding another bodysuit and being like, could you believe that this right now is this on me? Like, oh my God. Like, just kind of talking about like how it was so tiny and small, and now that it's on her, it fits her perfect, and that there was zero belief at first that this would fit her in that sense. Then start highlighting all of these key features and benefits of it from there. We created the conflict, and we kind of go into that conflict right there and see if it works. Then we can go into the features and benefits, because it's like, oh wait, now you got my attention, I want this. The other key thing here is, okay, this is really tiny. My question around this, and this is something that you would have to do market research around, is it being tiny a benefit or a pro for other people? You know, is that something purely just a great conflict, or is there like people actually out there looking for like small bodysuits that's just like space saving and stuff like that? Again, I don't know that answer. That'd be something that I'd be looking at research for. Okay, so that was Facebook Ads Expert Reacts to Good and Bad Ads, episode number 1. If this is something that you guys would love to see on a weekly basis, yes, I want to do one of these once a week because I love these, have a lot of fun here. Drop a comment below so I can film some more for you guys. With that being said, if y'all enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you want me to run your Facebook ads, click the link below to have Nick Theriot run your Facebook ads. And if you want me to mentor you, then click the link below to have Nick Theriot mentor you. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of y'all day. Peace out.